Hello everyone, welcome back in our part 6 of how to create a responsive e-commerce website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And officially this part will be the last part of our course. Now if you guys want more parts and if you guys want me to create more parts in this website and more things in this website, then please let me know in my comment section what should I create next for this website, so that I can create a tutorial video on that also. And in our previous part, we have created this beautiful contact us form with our Google map, our contact form and our member details. And after creating this page, we have made this page responsive for different screen size devices. Now in this part, we are going to create a shopping cart page using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And in our shopping cart page, here you can see that we have our header and we have some information about our products like the image, product name, price, quantity and subtotal. Then we have a apply coupon section and our cart total section. Now I am going to create this complete shopping cart page using HTML and CSS step by step. And after creating this page, we are going to make this page responsive for different screen size devices using CSS Media queries. And I hope you guys learned something new from this course. You guys are enjoying this course. And if you guys really do, then please subscribe, like this video and press the bell icon for the future videos. And if you guys have any question about this video, please let me know in my comment section. So that's it guys, let's start this part. For creating our shopping cart page, first we have to create a new HTML file. So for creating a new HTML file, let's go to our folder. And now we have to add a file name. So our file name will be cart.html. That's it. Now let's go to our contact page and copy all of this code and then paste it in our cart page. Now close our contact HTML and then go to the top of our cart page. And from here, first I will collapse all the sections. Now in our cart page, we are going to need our header, our page header. But I don't need these sections. So that's why delete the section. That's it. Now inside our cart page, we have our header, our page header and our footer. Now save and go to our website. And here you can see that we are still in our contact.html file. Now I will simply change the file name and it will be cart.html. Now type enter. And here you can see that now we are in our cart.html file. And in our cart file, we have our header, our page header and our footer. And in our Navbar, here you can see that our contact link is highlighted. But we are now in our cart page. So our cart icon should be highlighted. So for fixing this one, let's go to our code, open our header. And if I scroll down, here you can see that we have a class active in our contact.html file. So I will simply remove this active class from here. And I will add our active class in our cart.html. Now save and go to our website. And here you can see that our cart icon is now active. Okay guys, so after this one, if I go to my website, here you can see that we have a table. And we have to create these tables with all these details. So for creating this table, let's go to our HTML file and collapse our header section. Then we have to create a new section underneath of our page header. Then I will add an ID and the ID will be cart. That's it. Then I will use a class name and the class name will be section P1. If you guys remember, in our part 1 of this course, we have created some global class names so that we can use these class names in our code in future. So I will simply copy this class name and then add it here. That's it. So inside this section, we have to create a table. So for creating the table, let's create a table. And then I will add a width of 100%. That's it. So inside this table, we have to create two different sections. One will be this heading, our table heading, and another one will be our table body. So first, let's create our table heading. And inside this table heading, we have to create a row. And inside the row, I will simply create these tags. So let's create a table row. And then first I'm going to create our first table data. And our first one will be remove. So like this one, we have to create our this table data also. So for doing this, let's go to our code, and here I will add the rest of this table data. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our table header. So after our table header, now I will create our this table body. So that's why let's go to our code, and underneath of our table head we have to create a table body, and inside our table body similarly we have to create our first row first. So for creating the row, let's create a table row, and then we have to create our first table data, and our first table data will be our this close or delete button. So this is basically a icon, so we have to create a icon tag. Then we have to add a class name for adding the icon, and the icon name will be FA times circle, and I will simply put this icon tag inside a anchor tag. So just select the icon and move this icon inside our anchor tag. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our delete icon. Okay, so after our this table data, now we have to create our image table data. So let's create another table data, and then I will call our image tag, and I have an image folder, then I have a products folder, and from here I will take the f1.jpg. Now create another table data, and now inside this table data we have to add our this product name. Then create another table data, and inside this table data we will add our this price. Then create another table data, and inside this table data we will create our this quantity option. So for creating the quantity option, let's create an input tag, and the type will be number. And if I go to my website, here you can see that we have initial value 1. So I want to add an initial value, or you can say I want to create a default value. So that's why it will be value and it will be 1. Then I will create another table data for our subtotal. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our product image, our product name, our quantity, and our subtotal. But now this section is not taking the size of our screen. So now let's start to fix these things. So first I'm going to target our table. So that's why copy this cart ID and then go to our style sheet. Here you can see that we have a cart page comment. Now paste the ID underneath of our comment. Then target our table. That's it. So here I will add a width of 100%. Then border collapse will be collapse. Then table layout will be fixed. And then white space will be no wrap. So after this one, now I want to fix our this image. The image is taking too much space. So that's why copy the tag and the table. Then paste it here. Then target our image and set a width of 70 pixel. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that our image is now showing in a perfect size. Okay, so after this one, here you can see that our table data, this table data is actually collapsing on each other. So we have to fix some specific width, or you can say a custom width for each of this table column. So for doing this, let's go to our code, copy this table and cut, then paste it here, and then target our table data. And now I'm going to add a custom width for our first table data. So that's why I'm going to use the pseudo element, or you can say the nth child, and I'm going to target our first table data, and the width will be 100 pixel. Then text align will be center. After this one, now copy this text and then paste it here. Then target our second column, and the width will be 150 pixel. Then again paste our text. This time target our third table data, and the width will be 250 pixel. And after this one, I will paste this text another time, and this time target our fourth column, and the width will be 150 pixel. After our 4, we have 2 more table data left, so I will target them at once. So that's why just copy this line add a comma and then paste it 2 more times, and then target our 5th column and our 6th column. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that now our this column is taking a custom width inside our table. Okay, so after this one, now I want to style our this input section. This section is taking too much width, so I want to add a custom width. So here you can see that we have our nth child 5. So copy this text and then paste it here. Then target our input. Then I have to add a width of 70 pixel. Then I will add some padding, and padding from top will be 10 pixel, from left 5 pixel, from bottom 10 pixel, and from right will be 15 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and now here you can see that our this section is taking perfect size. So after this one, now I want to style our table header. So that's why go to our code and then copy this text, then paste it here, target our table head. Then first I want to add a border around our table head, so that's why border, and it will be 1 pixel solid, and the color will be this one. Then I will add a border left, and it will be none, because I don't want any border from the left side and from the right side. So add the border right, and it will be none. That's it. Now save and go to our website. Now I want to add some spacing between these two borders, so that's why just copy this table head and then paste it here. Then target our table data. Now I want to increase the width of our this text, so that's why we have to use a font width of 700. Then text transform will be uppercase. Then I will add a font size of 13 pixel. Then the padding from top and bottom will be 18 pixel, from left and right will be 0. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our table header, and this table header is looking now much better. Now after this one, I want to add some spacing on the top of our table row. So for doing this, just copy this text and then paste it here, and instead of table head it will be table body. Then we have to target our table row, then table data. So I will add a padding top, and it will be 15 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that now we have some space on the top of our this table row. Okay, so after this one, now I want to add a font size for our this text. So that's why copy this ID and then paste it here, and this time we don't have to target our table row. So for our table data, it will be font size of 13 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that our this text is now looking much better. Okay, now we have added our first product row. So after this one, now I want to add 2 more. So that's why let's go to our cart.html file, and here you can see that we have our table row. So I will simply copy this table row and then paste it 2 more times. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that now we have 3 product in our table data. Okay, now we have to change the images and some text. So for doing this, let's go to our code. Okay, now we have changed the details of this row. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that I have changed the images of this product. If you guys want, you can change the name, the price, and the subtotal. Okay guys, here you can see that we have successfully created a table for our product details. So after this one, now we have to create our this apply coupon section and our cart total section. So for creating this, let's go to our code and go to our index and collapse our this section, then create a new section. Then we have to add an ID, and the ID will be cart add. Also we have to add a class name, and the class name will be section P1. And inside this section, I will create 2 different elements. One will be our this one, and another will be our this one. So I will create 2 different div tag. So let's create the first one, and we have to add an ID, and the ID will be coupon. That's it. And inside this coupon, we have to create a S3 for our this heading, and then we have to create an input tag. But I want to create this input tag inside a separate div tag. and the type will be text. Then I want to add a placeholder and it will be enter your coupon. That's it. And after this one we have to create a button so that we can submit the coupon. So the button name will be apply. And then in our part 1 we have created some class name, some global class name for our buttons, and one of the class name was normal. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our apply coupon section. Okay, so after creating our apply coupon we have our this section also. So for creating the section, let's go to our code, and underneath of our this div we have to create another div tag, and we have to add an id, and the id will be subtotal. Okay, so inside our subtotal, first we have to create a h3 for our heading. Then we have to create a table, and inside the table we have to create our first table row and the first table data. So first table data will be this one. Then we have to add the price also, 335, and then let's create another table row and table data, and this one will be shipping. Create another table data and it will be free. Then we have to create another table row, then another table data, and if I go to my website, here you can see that we have our total and our this text, but the font size of this text is actually bold, so we have to create a strong tag, and inside the strong tag it will be total. Then create another table data, then create a strong tag and it will be $335. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our cart total, our text, and our this font width bold. Okay, now we have to style our this section. Here you can see that they both are now in one column, but they both should be in our one row. So that's why just copy our this cart add and then go to our style sheet, then paste it here. So for aligning them in one row, we have to use display flex and a flex wrap, then justify content will be a space between. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that they are now in one row. Okay, now we have to add some custom width for each of this section. So that's why copy our this id and then paste it here. And if I go to my HTML, we have created an id coupon. So copy this id, then paste it here. And if we are using an id, then we don't need to add the parent id. That's it. Now the width will be 50%, and I want to add a margin bottom of 30 pixels. So after this one, if I go to my website, we have a h3. So I want to add some spacing of our h3. So that's why copy the id, then target our h3. Then I will add some padding bottom 15 pixel. Then I want to style our input section. So copy the id, paste it here, target our input. Then we have to add some padding, and padding from top and bottom will be 10 pixel, from left and right it will be 20 pixel. Then I don't want any outline, so that's why it will be none. Then I will add a width of 60%. Then I will add some margin right of 10 pixel. Then I will add a border, and it will be 1 pixel solid. The color will be this one. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our enter coupon input field. Okay, so after this one, now we have to add a background color for our this button. So that's why copy our coupon, then paste it here, then target our button. Then I will add a background color, and it will be this one. Then I will add a text color of white. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our beautiful button. But this button is not actually taking the same height as our input, and it is not looking good. So I will add some custom padding. So that's why let's add some padding, and the padding from top and bottom will be 12 pixel, from left and right 20 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that our button height is now matching with our this input field. Okay, so after this one, now we have to style our this cart total. Let's go to our HTML, copy our subtotal id, then paste it here. So first I will add a width of 50%. then I will add a margin bottom of 30 pixel. Then I will add a border around the whole section, so that's why it will be 1 pixel solid, and the color will be this one. Then I will add some padding inside this section, and it will be 30 pixel from everywhere. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our border and our padding. Okay, so after this one, let's style our this table. So copy our subtotal ID, paste it here, target our table. So first I will add border collapse, and it will be collapse. Then I will add a width of 100%, then margin bottom of 20 pixel. After this one, let's style our table data. So copy this ID and paste it here, then target our table data. First I will add a width of 50%, then I will add a border 1 pixel solid, and the color will be this one. Then we have to add some padding from everywhere, 10 pixel, then the font size will be 13 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our heading and our this table. Okay, so after this one, now I want to add some spacing from the bottom of our this text. So that's why copy this subtotal, and if I go to the top, here you can see that we have already added some padding bottom for our coupon H3. So I will simply add the subtotal and our H3 here. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have now spacing. Okay, so after this one, now we have to add our this button, proceed to checkout. So for creating the button, let's go to our HTML, and underneath of our table, let's create a button, and the button name will be proceed to checkout. Then we have to add a global class name which we have created for our buttons, and it will be normal. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our button. Now we have to add some background color. So we have already created some styling for our this button. So I will simply copy our subtotal, then go to our button, then add a comma, paste it here, then target our button, and our subtotal button will take our this stylings. Okay, now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our proceed to checkout button. And guys, here you can see that we have now successfully created our shopping cart page using HTML and CSS. Now we have to make this page responsive so that we can see this website in different screen size devices. So that's why let's inspect our website. And if I go in our medium screen device, here you can see that our this section is not looking good. So here you can see that our this section, our this table is actually strict. It is not responsive. So I don't want to break this table, or I don't want to decrease the width of our this table, but instead of that I want our this section to be slidable, okay, so that we can slide from left to right, from right to left. So for doing this, let's go to our code, and let's go to the top, and here we have our card. So I will simply copy this card and then paste it here. Then I will use a overflow X, and it will be auto. Now save and go to our website, and now here you can see that our screen is taking perfect size according to the screen size. And then we have a slider here. We have a slider for our table. Now we can slide our this table from left to right and right to left. Okay guys, so after this one, I think in our medium screen device, our rest of the components is looking good, and we don't have to change anything here in our medium screen device. Now let's move on our small screen device. And in our small screen device, our this table is still scrollable. We can scroll the table so that we can see the details, and we don't have to change anything for our table. But this two section is still in one row. For our small screen device, I want our these two section to be in one column. So that's why select our this section. And from here, if I select our cart add, here you can see that we have display flex. Now what we have to do, let's go to our code, and if I scroll down, and if I go to our small screen breakpoint, which is 477, and here we have to add some code, but first I will add a comment, and it will be cart page, That's it. And now what we have to do, we have to simply copy the rule and then paste it here. And after our display flex, I will use flex direction column. Now I will simply remove this text and display flex. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that our this both section is now in one column. Now we have to fix the width for this section. So first select our apply coupon, and from here select the coupon div, copy the rule from here and then paste it here, and the width will be 100%. Then I don't want any margin bottom. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that our apply coupon is now taking 100% of width. So we have to do the same for our this section. So that's why select our subtotal, copy this rule, go to our code and then paste it here, and the width will be 100%. And I don't want to remove the margin bottom and the border, but the padding from everywhere it will be 20 pixel. Now save and go to our website, and here you can see that we have our cart total section, and our rest of the components of our website is looking good in our small screen device. And guys, here you can see that we have successfully made our website responsive for our small screen device, for our medium screen device, and for our large screen device. And now this page is completely responsive and it will be looking good in any kind of devices. So that's it guys, that was our part 6, our last part of our official course, and I hope you guys are enjoying this course and you guys will enjoy the course in future also. And if you guys don't want me to stop the course here, you guys can comment down and let me know what should I create in our next part, so that I can continue this course. I can add more parts into this course. And if you guys learned something new from this course, and please subscribe this channel, like this video and press the bell icon for the future videos. And if you guys have any question about this video, please let me know in my comment section. So that's it guys, see you in our another tutorial.